Albert Awol, the voice of the jungle, broadcasting on the DVC to all points unknown. If you're within the sound of my voice, you're listening to Welcome Home Podcast on the DVC.
Hello and welcome home. This episode of Welcome Home is brought to you by DVC Rental Store. Thank you for joining us on episode 365 of Welcome Home, a Disney Parks and Vacation Club podcast. I'm Tom. I'm here with Trevor. How's it going, Trevor?
Pretty good. So
I'm still tired from last week.
Yeah, well, and we just had an extensive conversany about simulator games and stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean, after our marathon of what did we put out? Like, how many hours of content last week?
It's like
almost
5 hours. Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot. Yeah,
it's a lot to do. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed doing it. Don't get me wrong. But I think we were both tired after that.
It's easy to lose track of time when you're into something you enjoy, which is not a bad thing. Yeah.
Honestly, when we were doing D23, at one point I saw we were at like an hour, and then we talked a bunch more, and then I looked down, and I was like, we're probably at like an hour and a half now. I looked down, and it was like 2 hours and 5 minutes. I was like, what? Like, how? How is that even possible? But it is what it is. So, like I said, we had a lot of fun doing it and going through it, and thanks to Becky again for joining us on that.
Yes.
But anyway, there's some more stuff to talk about this week. We should also mention too, we'll have in the next week or so here, we are going to do even more content. We're going to have the return of food time for the first time in a bit. Trying to
rightfully so, because we do have our next festival coming up. So
I'm very excited for one of the dishes at Food and Wine Festival just for you to see it.
I'm excited to experience that, but I'm going to hold off on. I'm going to try and not look at food and wine stuff until we actually sit down and go through it. Like the hard part is I know like on like social media, like Facebook Reels and stuff like that. They I see people like doing their reviews and everything, and part of me is like, ooh, I want to watch this, but then also it's like, no, this is something that like I want to talk about, so I have to stop myself from like flipping through Facebook too much because
I get that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's specifically for the fact that like I'm trying to save it for like our episode, not that I'm like I don't want to see it. So
well, the good news is the festival doesn't start till August 27th, so you still it's right around the time we're going to do the episode, so hopefully. Yeah, you should be okay there. So
yeah,
but that's close. That's I felt like it was far away for some reason, and maybe it's just because August like flew by or something. I don't know.
Yeah, August is really throwing me for a loop. I don't know why. Like my head is still back in like the middle of July.
Yeah,
so I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, we got plenty of time before Food and Wine. And it's like no, it's happening now. Like,
it's already here. We're only a couple months away from Christmas, believe it or not. 4 months away here.
I'll tell my wife that she's gonna want me to put up the tree next week.
I'm surprised it's not up already.
She's falling
behind here.
No, Tom, no, you cannot give that suggestion. My wife is already like pushing for like. She wants me to be setting up the tree like October 31st. Like
nice.
No, not nice.
I like the Christmas tree. No, what?
I can't do that. Like it's too early, and I don't want to be setting up Christmas decorations on Halloween. And like I guess the way I've always looked at it is like Halloween finishes, we kind of get a week to decompress, and then for me we have Remembrance Day, which is November 11th, and that's kind of like the trigger for like, okay, once Remembrance Day hits, then it's like now we flip to the Christmas stuff. So, so I'm trying to keep that intact, but my wife keeps arguing for like, we could do
it. Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. Well, listen, we talked for 2 hours and 40 minutes about D23.
But we didn't even get through everything.
No, and we didn't get through everything. We had more, and which is funny. But because we had more, I wanted to pick it back up this week, even though it's been a week, because these things are still relevant. Because this is merch, and this is merch that's now available at the Disney store, right? So, and a couple of these things were pretty interesting, I thought. as I think you did. But
or I guess, do we want to just top to bottom this list?
Yeah, I mean, we can just maybe point out the things that we really thought were cool. I mean, just to start off, I mean, I thought this Thor, Stormbreaker, Axe, and Daredevil mask were both pretty cool. I mean, the mask, they're calling it a display piece, but if I'm going to buy a Daredevil mask, I kind of want to put it on, right?
I feel like that's not you're supposed to put it on kind of mask, or
it does not look like one. No. And I don't think I'd buy a display one. If I'm buying one, I want to put it on.
That's my thought too. Anytime that I appreciate these, it's an art piece is really what it is. But when it's like a mask or something clearly that's like a superhero mask, it's like, I should be able to put it on. But I will say too,
I don't know if you watched the Daredevil series, by the way, on Disney Plus.
I'm not a fan of Daredevil,
dude. I wasn't really either, but that show is fantastic.
I've heard that. I don't like. I don't appreciate what Daredevil does, I guess, is probably the best way to say it. Like I know it's like the whole he has super hearing and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like it's very hard because who they put him up against is like I've seen Spider-Man and Daredevil combined, and it's like Spider-Man's still way better. So I'm gonna get people hating on me for that, and that's again. If you like it, fine. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't like it.
I think if you watch the series, you'd have a new respect for Daredevil because he is really, really cool in the series. So, I mean, just saying.
Okay, all right, fair. I have not watched it. I guess the moniker of Daredevil has kind of just pushed me away from that. But maybe I need to ignore that and just come into it with just blind watching a series, right, and not come in with preconceived ideas.
And let me just mention too, just as a disclaimer there, the Daredevil series, not for kids. So just going to throw that out there. It's a TV MA situation, lots of cursing, lots of gore. It is very, very bloody for Marvel. So just throwing it out there.
I always felt like Daredevil kind of crossed into a film noir kind of space. Even some of the older Daredevil stuff I've seen, it always reminded me of like film noir kind of stuff. So I've never assumed that Daredevil was for kids the same way Deadpool is not for kids.
I'd see a surprising amount of young kids wearing Deadpool stuff though. I'm like,
but that's a whole other issue.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that. But by the way, these are things that were at D23 that are now in the Disney store. Most of them are limited edition collection things. So some of these might already be gone. In fact, I'm just trying to look up some of them because this was from a week or two ago.
We had so there, in the same vein, we were looking at there was that Tiki Room figurine which sold out instantly,
immediately.
And I was sad because I did want to try and get one, but I didn't. I should have known better. I've done enough fast passes over the years that I should have known that I should have set an alarm and been up at 5:00 in the morning my time, because that's usually when these things become available, and I didn't do that, so it's my own fault.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but
yeah. So can we we're talking about superhero stuff. So they're trying to adopt a new thing, I feel, in the Spider-Man universe with these Spider-Bot figurines.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that for a while.
Yeah, and the latest incarnation of it, or the one that sticks out to me, the Venom Spider-Bot, is very disturbing.
It can't be as disturbing as the plushes that are later down in this article. But
but I mean, it's the tongue.
You don't like it?
The tongue is really
okay. Yeah,
it doesn't need to have the tongue out like that.
Yeah, I get that. I understand. Yeah. There's also some Star Wars stuff. There's a couple. Are these just it's a lightsaber? I think this one's sold out already.
It's like a lightsaber candy box.
What is that? What that is? What is that?
I'm sorry. It reminds me. Sorry, I was thinking of it. Do you remember the old Lifesavers candy boxes you would get for Christmas, or did you ever get those?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, that's what this is reminding me of. Is like you open it up and there's like 10 different flavors of Lifesavers all in a box. This is 10 different flavors of lightsabers in a box. Or actually, it's only 4, but
it's only 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this just is it just the hilt? I guess.
Yeah. It doesn't say, or I mean, like
this is another display item too, because it's all in a display box. Yeah. I mean, I guess not. But yeah,
the display box lights up when opened up and even plays.
Yeah, this is meant for
sounds.
display.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's one of those things you'd look at a bunch for like a week, and then like it's going to gather dust in a corner for like the next 20 years.
Yeah, but it's also one of these. It's a limited run thing, so 1,500 units. Yeah, you're right. This is absolutely a collector.
It's gone. It's already gone.
Yeah.
It's already gone. But I feel like I had to mention it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also this little was it the polar mouse droid thing, which has a little remote control, and it so
those are from Hoth.
Yeah, these are pretty cool looking. I like that I like remote control stuff. It's very basic, but if you're like a Star Wars guy, I guess
I do like that they've made an R2, or they say it's an R7 unit.
Yeah,
I don't know why they're calling it an R7 unit. It looks like an R2 unit, but it's the R7 D23 droid, which
I saw that.
Is very cute
because he's got a little Sorcerer Mickey hat on.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this might be polarizing for a lot of people, but I appreciate when they do crossover stuff.
Yeah,
where it's like something from like I know the Star Wars stuff. There's like, well, but it should be in the Star Wars universe, and it's like, we can have a little bit of fun with this. Like you can do, like I would love to see like a whole R2 series of droids, but it's like, like the Fab Five, right?
Yeah.
Like do them all like in the vein of, various Disney characters, or like, cross them over with Stitch, or like find ways to kind of fold them into other IPs, because I feel like Star Wars is one of those things that like it's big enough that it's like, you
also
can
just
do
have
that.
Some fun with it. Come on, why do we got to be so sacred about everything?
Yeah. There's room for fun with it. I feel.
I actually stumbled upon the other day, and my daughter had me watch it, and then she wanted to watch it again afterwards. When they were reopening Star Tours in Disneyland, they did a whole video of, and this was like 10 years ago, of Darth Vader going around the parks doing stuff, right?
Oh yes, yeah.
And it's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
Like it's really, really funny, and that's why my daughter wanted to watch it again, because it's just so funny. And I was like, that's the kind of stuff you're talking about,
Him on the Astro Orbiter. He's sitting there with the balloon on the Astro Orbiter, just going around. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff you gotta, that I love. Like, do that kind of stuff,
Embrace whimsy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's also some Pixar stuff, although the lamp is already gone. That's gone. But the lamp, I believe, actually moved.
Yeah, it's an actual like animatronic lamp.
Yeah, I would love to have that on my desk, but again, as I said, sold out, not available. So gone.
Yeah.
Which doesn't shock me. But then they also have the Pixar ball. I don't really know what I'm doing with that. But okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Great. I mean,
I guess again, if you're like really into like Pixar as a studio and all that, I get that. That's fine. But yeah, I don't have a space to put that.
Yeah, they also got some Monsters Inc. stuff. There's a Mike and Sully squish. So and then there's I like the Wally Mickey ears. Those are pretty cool. And then there's Pixar just mug. Nothing that exciting out of that.
Yeah, the mug is pretty
basic.
Yeah. It feels like something
it's fine.
I would find this at Target.
Yeah, you would.
Like it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. We're getting into
I need to talk about this because I just need to. We need to talk about this.
Okay.
So they have these plushes. The plushes themselves are cute. Right? They are.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, the plushes on their own are okay. The
problem
photo opportunity here.
What are they doing?
Okay.
I don't know who made this decision, but they need to have a talking to.
Let's talk about AI usage for a minute.
Oh, but we don't know that it's AI, though. It could have been Photoshop.
No.
It could be Photoshop.
This has to be AI.
You think so?
The way that this is being framed, it's somebody ran this through an AI filter.
So what we're talking about is there's what they're calling Disney Iconics plush.
Put the trash can on the picture the trash can and the popcorn stand one are like, they're the most like, these feel like backrooms things to me. Like I don't know if you know what, or anybody who knows what backrooms is.
What does that mean? No, what does that mean?
Okay, the backrooms is it's a horror series where people like phase into like an alternate reality and things are like kind of messed up. It's a whole internet thing. There's a movie that came out of it like a couple of months ago. But yeah, this feels like something you would meet in the.
Oh, is that movie the background? Okay, I gotcha. All right.
Yeah, there is like monstrous type stuff, but it's all like very distorted and everything. That's kind of where this is leaning for me.
Well, because what they did was, so for example, they have a plush that's a popcorn cart from the park. Great, right? But the picture that they put in of it is it's sitting on Main Street and it's the size of a popcorn cart.
Yeah.
And they did that with all of these, right? So there's a trash can.
They're all being posed as being like gigantic, like these are like mascot sized things that they're posing, which is why I believe it's AI. Like it feels like somebody did this with AI. Like
it could be
somebody at Disney got a co-pilot license and tried to do something. They've been pretty
public about they have a relationship with OpenAI, right? So I believe
Copilot still uses OpenAI, but
no, they do. It does. I'm just saying I think that there's been a lot of talk about Disney's use of AI. So, I don't know. I don't disagree with you, Trevor. That was my first thought when I saw it, but I don't want to just assume, right? But you're probably right.
I'll be honest. I'm looking at these pictures and I'm trying to determine if there's any artifacts in the back that like
where you could tell that it's AI.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I mean, I feel like whoever's doing this, and actually I should give them credit, whoever's doing this, if they're doing this with AI, they're doing the prompting correctly, that it's not leaving room for distortion. But
that's partly why I thought it was not AI, because I could not find anything on it that's like the telltale signs of AI.
Actually what's getting me now that I realize, so the shadows. It's the shadows on these things that are like, that's where I feel like the AI is doing something. That's why it's sticking out to me, because like the shadowing, actually, the shadow on the blue, I don't even know what that thing is. The light blue one.
What is that supposed to be? I don't know.
Yeah, again, so to my point, like what is this supposed to be?
It's a good question.
Is it supposed to be a popcorn bucket? No.
Is that what that is?
I'm trying to read. These are.
Oh, I found it. It's popcorn. It is a popcorn bucket. Yeah,
that's supposed to be a popcorn bucket.
Not sure how, but okay.
Yeah, but look at the shadow on it.
It's a little weird. Yeah,
there's a clear, like, it's a single line coming off of the foot, and if it was Photoshop, somebody with Photoshop would not do that.
It's fair. That is fair.
That's where. Okay. All right.
But anyway,
I'm believing that this is AI.
So we don't need to focus on it, but it's.
I know, but I was looking for a tell, and that was enough.
The shadow. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But so there's that. If they're cute, I think they're cute plushes, but the pictures are just weird.
If they had just shown these like on a desk, or like even like sitting on a park bench, fine. Like it would have been like, oh yeah, those are cute. Like you said, the problem is that the way that somebody was like, I'm gonna pose these on Main Street, looking like they're like life sized, and it's just not right. Like it doesn't look right at all. Like
It looks very weird.
The only one that actually looks right is the castle, because they didn't do anything with the castle. They just put it on a background,
which is what they should have done in the first place. But they tried something, and I just don't think it worked out for them.
No, it didn't. Yeah, and it's such a choice to like do it with those plushies, because they're already kind of like weird to begin with. So I don't think it helps.
Yeah,
with the AI thing.
I agreed.
Yeah.
There's also this these little Disney doorables. I don't really feel like I need to talk about. They're just like little figures of different characters. But I like the Small Kingdoms thing, which is like it's I don't know if these are like made of I don't know, like is it like a Christmas Village kind of thing? You know, like of those kinds of figures, like because that's what they kind of look like.
Yeah. This feels like those Hallmark. Buildings which are,
I don't know what they're made out of. Are they ceramic? I don't know.
The Hallmark ones, or I guess I have seen ceramic ones, but usually they're like an acrylic, right?
That's maybe that was acrylic. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Which
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I do like that they're like specifically giving you a Cinderella and a Sleeping Beauty castle. I've not actually seen that in a lot of collections where like usually it's either one or the other. Yeah, but having them side by side is very interesting, because you do get to see like there is actually like people don't realize the substantial differences between those castles.
No.
Yeah, that besides the height and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting though too, because even the Cinderella Castle one is it's like they kind of squished it, right? Like they made it like maybe it's just a picture, but they kind of like almost made it a little more compact than it really is.
Yeah,
but there's also too they have a red limited edition doll from Pirates of the Caribbean, which is a pretty cool looking doll, I'm not gonna lie, really like intricately detailed and such. And then the Jose animatronic you were talking about,
which I'm so sad about. I wish I could have bought
maybe
one.
They'll bring it back, but that's crazy how quickly that sold out. I mean,
I tried to look if there was potential for them doing more. I mean, they might. It's never say never, but I mean. Yeah, like this is...
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a great use of just like, we're going to build a small animatronic thing that we sell. Like, yes, please. Like,
yeah.
I hope this is leaning into more of this kind of stuff. And then you know, in the same vein, they did a Furball one from Neo.
And it's interactive too. That one is it says interactive with authentic sounds. So that's pretty cool. That's a deep cut right there.
It is. I appreciate that. I
do too.
I do love them bringing back Captain EO stuff from time to time, because I wish Captain EO was more of a fleshed out universe than it is. Like it had potential.
It had potential. Yeah. I agree with it. There's Captain EO is such a weird and cool thing. It's
in that same vein of like Labyrinth and Dark Crystal and like those like Jim Henson Muppet kind of stuff from the 80s and early 90s. And I just wish it became either its own universe or somehow tied into like a larger sci-fi universe, right?
Yeah.
Which I know people like hinted at, like it's like, oh, this connects back like to. I feel like people are trying to tie it into Star Wars, but I don't know that it necessarily needs to exist within Star Wars. So
I feel like it's separate from that, you know.
Yeah, it is. Like it had its own weight.
Like you said, it was kind of its own universe, you know.
Yeah,
that never got fleshed out. But there's also some other merch too that they are putting out around from D23 too. One of them is Joe Rohde's book, which I will purchase at some point. But they were selling autographed versions of it. I think that's gone as well.
Yeah.
But there's this this Sorcerer Mickey long sleeve shirt that is just like
glittery.
It looks like somebody shot a glitter gun at it.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't look like real glitter. It looks, just like, but that's what it looks like. It's just a cannon of glitter shot at it, which is fine.
I had a shirt once that whoever made it, you know how you do like silk screening on a shirt.
Yeah.
The texture of it felt like somebody had taken like the silk screen material and just flung it at the shirt. So there was like very like distinct globs of it. Like the texture of the shirt was very weird.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't have it for like a super long time, but this, I'm curious how a shirt like this feels. Because
I would be curious about it.
Because with all the little like bits and everything, it feels like it would actually not be that comfortable to wear. Like,
very possible. Very possible. Yeah. There's also they're doing that color thing that they're doing, that they've been doing.
The purple and blue.
Yeah, purple and blue with a bunch of plushies of a bunch of the different characters. Like
monotone colors is what it is.
I don't love this. I'm not going to lie. Not for me. But that's okay. It might be for somebody.
Pluto is looking particularly, I don't know, like
it's very purple.
It's very purple. Like it almost doesn't look like Pluto.
Well, because he's like one tone basically. The rest have like two tones.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just like one dark purple.
He's very monotone. Yeah, you're right. The other ones are like shades of purple or blue. He's just like straight. Like I feel like they didn't know what to do with the palette. And they're like, just do straight purple. Like
yeah. I'm gonna make some people mad with this one, but
all right.
I feel like the meme from Mean Girls, stop trying to make Formula One happen. I know it's popular. I guess I don't know, but it just doesn't. It just feels like they're just pushing this Formula One Disney stuff too much, and this Lightning McQueen thing is just kind of fine.
He's not a Formula One car.
He's not. No,
either. He's
not.
He's a NASCAR.
That's great. Yeah.
Car. So why is he on a Formula One?
I don't think he's technically he's a NASCAR because NASCAR doesn't exist in the universe, right? He's
Well, whatever. I mean, or Piston Cup,
whatever
right?
It is. Yeah, whatever it is.
Piston Cup. But and then he's got like emergency lights on top of him.
Yeah, what is that about? Is he like the what is he the what is that the God? People are going to give us a hard time for not
pace
knowing
car
this stuff. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah. It's like
it just looks weird though. It just doesn't look right.
What are we doing?
I don't like any of it. Yeah.
What are we doing with this one, here? Disney?
Who's buying this? No one.
I hate to ask this because we just finished talking about it, but is this another AI thing that nobody actually read the output of the filter or the prompt?
Maybe, I don't know. I really just want to talk about. I want to talk about this Muppet sweater. That's really all I care about.
Okay, we could. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This Muppet sweater is incredible.
This is the thing. Yeah. This is Okay, I'm not going to wear this, but I love the audaciousness of it.
Having plushies sewn to a sweater is
kind of amazing. Yeah.
This is what do you remember Wizards of Waverly Place?
I wasn't. I know it exists, but I never really watched it. No.
Okay. Well, for those of you who know Wizards of Waverly Place, Alex's best friend on the show, or what was the character's name?
I'm not going to be helpful in this regard.
Hold on, I need to look it up because I'm sure people already know who I'm talking about.
I think it's funny,
Harper,
by the way, that
Harper was her name.
Okay.
So her best friend Harper was she was always wearing the most crazy stuff. Like she was making her own clothing and just being very standout with what she was wearing. This feels like Harper's energy, which I very much appreciate.
The thing that confuses me about this is the character choices. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Beaker, but you have Kermit, you have Fozzie, you have Miss Piggy, and then you have Beaker. It just feels not right. I
mean, who else would you put? Or I guess it could have been Gonzo, could have been Scooter, could have been Ralph. No, not even Ralph.
I mean, there's a lot of characters you go. You could put Animal there. Animal would have been perfect.
But Animal is
too fluffy. Is that what
he's part of the band though? You don't do him without. Why am I forgetting the name of the band?
But Beaker doesn't really fit with the.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Beaker without Bunsen is also doesn't make sense either.
That's listen. Don't get me wrong. I love Beaker, right? But he just feels out of place here. I'm nitpicking, but it's a ridiculous sweater.
It is. Yeah. it's so bright. It's very colorful. It's so like it looks comfortable. I will admit, like it, and again, just having like the actual 3D plushies on it, like
literal stuffed animals, or knitted characters attached to it.
It almost looks homemade, even though it's clearly not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked this up on Disney Store. It's going for $100, which is actually not that bad
good
considering
for what it is. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I kind of thought this was going to be like a $150 item just because of like the knitted like characters on the outside. But you know, like 100's a lot, but for what you're getting here, I feel like it's not too bad.
How is it that the Muppet thing is like the most impressive thing out of this list?
I don't know. I got nothing else on this. That was the last one for me. The rest of the stuff is just kind of okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we can move on. We have more to talk about. So we didn't
talk about any of the TV and movies they announced.
Yeah, we didn't get into the shows, which I will say there's a lot of sequels coming.
Yeah,
which I mean.
There's a lot of new stuff too, though.
Yeah, there's a couple of new things, I guess, that grab my attention here. But
I mean, the rest of 2026 is not sequels. It's all. I mean, Percy Jackson and the Olympics is another season, right?
Yeah,
so.
I mean, okay, so yeah, fair. Like TV shows, you're right. Like TV shows, of course, there's going to be additional seasons and stuff like that. That's fine. So some of the movies, though, I'm like I don't know that Coco needed a sequel.
I know with it.
I know it's a ways off, but I don't know. Yeah.
I mean,
okay. So let's
we don't have to go through all of them. Let's just go through the ones that are interesting to us.
Yeah. So
because
what is Vision Quest?
Okay, so it's basic. It's actually kind of crazy that they're finally doing this because this was kind of I don't know if you watched WandaVision when that came out, but after WandaVision, you know, Vision kind of like gets like reanimated, right? So they're picking up from that. So
okay, all right. I was thinking this was another one of the like Imagineer story kind of things for some reason. I didn't realize that this is WandaVision.
No, this is Marvel. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, Vision Quest. Okay, that's interesting.
I am also though. So I've never seen an Ice Age movie. I mean, do you do the Ice Age movies?
I think I watched one like over 10 years ago.
Yeah. So I don't really care that they're making another one. I'm being totally honest. Yeah. This is one of those things that they acquired, and then now are making more things. I am very interested in this Oswald the Lucky Rabbit miniseries by Jon Favreau, though.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
Like it's Oswald's such a weird thing. Because like it was Disney's original character before Mickey, and you know, I feel like the expectations around Oswald are way too high.
Agreed.
Because of what he represents. I hope that this thing is able to stand on its own without trying to like ride on the coattails of Mickey Mouse or anything else that Disney has done. Like I hope it is its own thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's coming to Disney Plus in February 2027, so we're not that far off from that.
Yeah.
And then this Gato movie, which is a Pixar movie, and I feel like this movie's been talked about a lot. I don't know why, but I feel like it's been talked about.
Yeah, I keep hearing about Gato, and I honestly thought that it was out. Like I thought this was going to be like another one of their like mini series,
the shorts,
things, right?
Yeah. No, this is and so this has good voices in it too. I mean, it has Mark Ruffalo and Lawrence Fishburne. So you know that's really interesting, and it's set in Venice, Italy, and the story follows a black cat named Nero who begins to question whether he's living the right life. What's interesting about this one, and I think why people have been talking about it, is that it's blending a 2D hand painted style with the traditional, not the traditional, with the you know kind of things that Pixar has been doing for its entire existence with computer animation. So there's a really interesting kind of difference here But a lot of people are excited about this one.
Yeah, I'm a little I don't know. I feel like they're kind of trying to sell it a little bit. That's like Mark Ruffalo is the lead of it. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how. It's not that I dislike Mark Ruffalo, but I feel like sometimes, like on these kinds of movies, it's like they try and let the like lead actor do the weight of like promoting it. Which, I guess I'm hesitant to see, and I really shouldn't be like this because I know, like, I just finished saying, like, there shouldn't, or, I don't like how many sequels there are. And the implication of that is there should be more, new and unique movies, which they're obviously trying here with Gato. But I guess maybe it's just not an appealing story to me is what it is.
This is the problem with doing original stuff, though, right? Is because and that's why they don't
it's hit and miss. Yeah.
Sequels are safe and safer. Frozen 3 is going to make $1 billion because
it has
Frozen.
A fan base. Yeah.
And that's why they do them, and I understand that. But also getting a lot of buzz is this new Star Wars movie too, which has been getting a lot of hype too. Which they haven't put out a Star Wars movie, but unless you count the Mandalorian and Grogu, I guess I guess you can count that it's in the universe. But a Star Wars proper movie,
yeah. I'm wondering. I mean, Starfighter can mean a lot of things as well.
I guess we're going to have to wait to see till May 2027. That's where we're going to wait till.
And clearly they're leaning in on, Ryan Gosling being, again, using current actors to kind of help stand it up, right? Which, again, I don't hate that. I don't hate that they're using Ryan Gosling for this because, like, he's proven that he can be very good in a lot of different roles.
Yeah.
So... yeah,
I think one of the most interesting things from the announcements that they did, they showed a teaser trailer for the Bluey movie, which is coming out about a year from now, a little less.
Yeah, still a year out, which is crazy.
Yeah, still a year out. But the teaser, I don't know if you saw it, Trevor, but it was just them playing Keepy Uppy. But what the interesting thing is that it is 3D animated, not 2D animated.
Yeah,
which was very interesting because up until this point it's
all been 2D.
Yeah, and now that was the big reveal, I think.
Wait, sorry, that's not true. They have used 3D elements in the show. There have been some episodes where they've done little snippets of 3D stuff.
Okay, well,
it's not obvious though.
I guess what I'm saying is this: they almost changed up the entire animation style.
Yeah,
it looks the same, as far as like the designs and everything, but the actual look of them is very different. Which I don't know if people are happy about it, sad about. I have no idea if there's any sort of noise about it or not. But it was a little jarring when I saw it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like for a feature length movie, they have to.
I'm totally with it. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Listen, it's not like this was Disney bought this and then is like ruining it, quote unquote, or something like that. This is still the same guy, and same studio. Disney is just distributing this and working.
So I think that's the hard thing to remember is that he as the creator is making decisions, and it's not necessarily like Disney saying make it 3D. Right? Yeah,
exactly. It's still his studio doing it. So it was, probably his decision to do that. Listen, it's good.
So sorry. Continue your thought and then we'll jump to the next movie.
Oh yeah. I actually just looked this up. The teaser trailer received mixed reactions on social media from the series fan base. Some praised it while others criticized its translation from originally 2D to 3D. I had a feeling that was going to be the case because as soon as I saw it, I was like, whoa. And I was like, oh boy, I'm sure the internet's going to have a whole thing here. But I don't really do social media anymore, so I, haven't really seen. But
it's not the worst thing to avoid. Like there's lots of positivity, but there can also be people just hating on things for the sake of hating on things.
That's what everybody seems to be doing nowadays. Because I saw that there was a lot of. I know. I saw that there was a lot of people that were on social media saying terrible things about the D23 presentation, which I was like, how? Like we got everything we wanted.
It's an expo. It's not a convention. It's not like
But even then, they gave us so many things we wanted, Trevor. It's like, what else do you want from these people?
Yeah, it's but again, it's their show. It's them saying what they're going to do. It's not for you to decide whether or not that is acceptable. And we've talked about like expectations and how they, ruin things. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah. But okay, Frozen 3. Okay.
They showed a clip of it, and there was a pretty funny number that Josh Gad did. I don't know if you saw it, but it was pretty funny.
I didn't see the bit Josh Gad did, but I did watch the trailer for it, and I will say like I said, I'm not other movies. I don't see where there could be a sequel. Interestingly enough, I liked Frozen 2, but I felt like the overarching story was. There wasn't really an antagonist to it.
There wasn't.
It didn't feel like there was like any in the first movie, like Elsa was like really like wrestling against her powers, but then also there was the dynamic of what was his name?
Hans.
Hans from the Southern Isles, right? Yeah. There was conflict in the first one. The second one, like, I know there was like the elementals and stuff like that, but it didn't feel like there was something
like
that
a bad
they were
guy of some sort.
that they were really fighting against. This trailer, I was like, oh, there is something that they're dealing with here. There's clearly like now they're bringing like there are other people with powers, or there's somebody that Elsa's going to have to fight against, which I'm like, okay, that wasn't necessarily the intent of the first movie, but I am interested to see how this plays out. Like it brings a level of curiosity for me because they are exploring that dynamic now.
I do have to say too, like I literally laughed out loud because at one point Olaf just says to Kristoff, he goes, "You're a terrible husband." Just the way he says it to him is so funny. And he's like, "We just got married." It's just like, but it seems like it's going to have that same kind of humor. And I fully expect there to be like, kind of a lot of the jokes and stuff that have carried through it. But also, like I said, I'm interested that there actually feels like there's a bad guy there.
This feels like there's a reason for there to be a movie.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's good.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what Ghost Street is.
So Ghost Street was the working title for this show. It's actually called Ghost Market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this one piqued my interest, actually. So the trailer for it is giving me the same energy. Do you remember the movie Monster House?
Yes, vaguely.
Yeah, where it was that kind of like Tim Burton-esque, but Monster House was all done like claymation and all that. This is proper 3D animated, but it's giving that same energy of almost a Tim Burton type world, but not like everything is very gloomy and like it. But that's interesting to me because it feels like they are trying to explore back into that. I don't even know what the or like gothic, I guess. Yeah, it's like gothic kind of stuff. Which, but it's obviously it's being updated with like it feels like somebody kind of like stumbling into like, oh, there's like a whole place where like ghosts are just like going about their business kind of thing. And which again, I think that's fun. I think it's, that stuff piques my interest, and I'm curious to see how this one, like, further trailers and stuff play out.
It should be very interesting to see how it goes. Cause it's an interesting concept, and the animation style looks really interesting. I am continually impressed at how Pixar is willing to take chances and change up their animation style and do, every movie these days by them is looking different. They're doing different things, and that's kind of cool. There's also Lilo and Stitch 2. And by the way, that's spring 2028. We also have Lilo and Stitch 2, May 28th of 2028. I will say, Trevor, two things for that. Mm-hmm. They are bringing back the original director of the original Lilo and Stitch to direct this movie, who is also the voice of Stitch, I should note. So that's good. And they also gave us that Angel's going to be in this, which when my daughter saw that, she got very excited. My daughter has never seen Lilo and Stitch. She knows of Angel, but she's never seen the movie with Angel in it. And she loves Angel.
Angel was in the cartoon series, though.
It was in the cartoon series, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
So, yeah. Yeah, which that's interesting because I think they're trying to bridge that gap that happened between the movie and the series, which, the series really did flesh out the world of Lilo and Stitch pretty well because there was all the other experiments, right? Which
I don't want to be cynical about this though, Trevor, but Angel's also tremendously popular. I saw an insane amount of Angel stuff when we were at Disney a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, because it's I mean Angel is the foil to Stitch. It's the Stitch is the for boys, Angel is the for girls. Which
I mean, but my daughter likes both. But she especially loves Angel. Yeah.
But it feels like that they're trying to appeal, they're trying to make sure that they have a wide appeal for it, right? So yeah.
Well, then we have Incredibles 3, which they talked a little bit about. I'm still excited for this. I love the Incredibles series. I think both movies were great, so I'm still looking forward to this. Although I'm a little sad they're not aging the kids up, but it's fine.
Yeah. And that's a fine one to do a sequel of because, like any other superhero movie, there is infinite conflicts that can happen with it, right? Yeah.
And I think they pretty much brought down. I don't know if you watched this, Trevor, but they pretty much brought down the house when they showed what's her face is Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel in the Tangled live action. Like no joke. I watched a lot of videos from D23. That one was deafening.
People lost their minds legitimately.
I mean, listen, when they announced that they were casting her for Mother Gothel for the live action, I was like, okay, that makes it worth watching. By itself.
That was entirely it was such a huge fan based casting direction. People have been saying it forever. Catherine Hahn makes sense as Mother Gothel, and of course.
And literally, they just showed a clip of her putting her she's behind a door. And she puts her hand around the door and kind of slowly puts her fingers around the door and then just pops her head out. And that's it. That's all they showed. And people lost their minds.
Well, because she's perfect. She has that energy. She has exactly the right energy for that character. So,
I agree. That was such a smart thing by them. And then so that's 28 sometime. They didn't say when. And then there's this thing, Clay. Which was interesting looking.
I didn't see anything about this. What is Clay?
I saw something about it, and now I'm forgetting what it is.
Sorry, I'm just going to go have a quick look. This looks like another Pixar.
No, it's Walt Disney Animation. I'm sorry, Walt Disney Animation.
This is okay. This is proper Walt Disney Animation.
Yeah, it's something with balls of clay, basically. The plot has a.
It doesn't look like claymation though. It
looks interesting. I mean,
we'll
have to see what that's all about.
Yeah, I need more info before that. Yeah.
Then we got Coco 2, which you mentioned. I'm excited for Coco 2. So
okay. What would they be doing in Coco 2?
I don't know, but I mean, so it looks like what they teased at D23 was that. Ernesto de la Cruz is going to be a big part of this movie. Apparently, he has to team up with him to do something. So they're kind of turning it a little
Ernesto
bit. He is bad. Yeah, but they're turning it around.
He had a bell dropped on him, and everybody forgot him.
He's not going to be more dead.
Well, no, but everybody was forgetting him because Hector,
Well,
interesting.
Then so they announced Zootopia 3 as well, which they've teased that is going to involve birds somehow. This is the thing about Zootopia; they can make a million Zootopias, right? Because
there's so many species they can introduce in that they haven't touched on, and
we're gonna Zootopia is going to be toys. There's going to be 20 Zootopias. Okay,
that's fine. I want to see more of Zootopia as a world.
Yeah,
I love the world building.
Yeah, then there's this Hexed, which is another original one.
Did you watch the trailer for Hexed?
I didn't. I meant to.
Okay. The best way I can summarize it is it feels like they crossed Turning Red with Frozen.
That seems kind of cool.
Yeah, because it very much feels like the main character is like a teenager, but they're discovering their powers and like go on an adventure and all that kind of stuff. I think that one will be interesting.
Yeah.
And is a ways out. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really pumped for X-Men.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Yeah.
I loved X-Men when I was a kid. The original Fox movies, some were good, some not so good. But for this to be under the whole Marvel umbrella now, and now we kind of see what they're doing with it. I'm really excited for X-Men. These are all release date TBDs, by the way. They're making another Simpsons movie for some reason.
Cool. Yeah.
Great. Also, the weirdest one, Romeo and Michelle.
What? Yeah. This is that Lisa Kudrow movie from like forever ago.
Someone clamoring for a sequel to the 1997 movie Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion. Like what a random thing to me. Maybe it's not random. Maybe there's something I don't know about here, but I don't know.
I
there's
feel like
musicals. So there you go. There's a musical about it out. Okay. That could be why.
Okay. I was going to say, it feels like to me like Legally Blonde and that like those kinds of movies.
I never saw this. So,
but again, like it's a very specific niche, which I mean, it's clearly popular enough that somebody greenlit this. So
yeah, maybe I'm just off base on this.
This movie, it's not that it's a bad movie. This movie is just not for me.
Not for me either.
Yeah.
They're doing a Princess Diaries 3 movie. Okay, cool.
Again, same kind of thing as I'm like, I understand the hype around Princess Diaries because Julie Andrews is in it. And I mean, the cast of it honestly is very impressive overall. But, Julie Andrews being like Disney legend, like I feel like it kind of gets... they'll keep leading into it because people love seeing it.
Yeah. Honestly, this next one is the one I really wanted to hear about from you because
I was going to ask if you know what Kingdom Hearts is.
I am aware of Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting they're making it into a Disney Plus anime series,
which seems right.
Yeah.
Okay. Kingdom Hearts is a very confusing thing, and we don't have time to get into it.
The whole episode of Kingdom Hearts about Kingdom Hearts.
There is a whole. Okay, so I played the first Kingdom Hearts, and I tried to play the second Kingdom Hearts, and I lost. Like it. The funny thing about Kingdom Hearts is the overarching story of it. It does make sense, but it's a lot. Like there is a lot of depth of like, oh, there's these characters, but like the main character has like a light side and a dark side to him, but also there's like an alternate universe version of him, but also they're connected, but then they're not, but then and then he's also like going through a multiverse of Disney universes, which and that's where this ties into Disney. Obviously, is like it was originally a SquareSoft title, so like the same people who made Final Fantasy and all those, and they were trying to fold Disney into Final Fantasy games, so they made this character Sora, which I'm assuming that Kingdom Hearts show is going to follow Sora as the main character, but it's him jumping through different worlds. And the cool thing about it is that it lends itself a lot of opportunity for cameos. So like you will see like Lilo and Stitch could be in it. They were talking about in Kingdom Hearts 4 who was supposed to be in Kingdom Hearts 4. They announced, oh, why am I blanking on this? They announced that again that they're bringing in like more and more Disney universes into it. And yeah, should know this, but again, it's entirely an engine for like fan service, kind of the same way that what was that
mobile game, the racer game, or no, what you're talking about, the one that was like the
the show where where the main character was Snow White.
Once Upon a Time.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, Once Upon a Time. Yeah, in Storybrooke, right? Where
I thought you were talking about like Starlight Valley. Is that what it's called? Starlight Valley. What's
yes.
Dreamlight Valley.
Dreamlight Valley. Yeah.
Dreamlight Valley. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. That like, yeah, I guess like that's from a gaming standpoint is that, but like as a show, this feels like Once Upon a Time, where it's like you're going to just have all kinds of characters and stuff coming into it over time. But there is still like the main characters that it's kind of grounded in. But
it'll be cool to see them as anime though too.
Yeah, I'm curious who's going to be actually doing it, because yeah,
they announced who it was. I don't know anime well enough to tell you.
Yeah, I didn't pay that close attention to it either, because like I said, the problem with Kingdom Hearts is that it's one of those things where you have to be in it, or you just lose track of what's going on. Like it's it's very and to be fair, like I don't want to say this as like don't bother watching the series, but I'm assuming the way they're not gonna like pick up the series like partway through the events of like the current Kingdom Hearts universe, right? Like it's going to be
it does say the franchise creator Tetsuya Nomura, and members of the game's creative team are contributing to the project.
So they are getting guidance from that, and actually, funny enough, I just looked up Kingdom Hearts 4. That one of the big things that they pointed out is Coco is going to be worked into Kingdom Hearts, which
interesting. Okay.
People were hyped because it's like, I get to beat up on Ernesto de la Cruz because he'll probably be somebody you have to fight in it at some point. But from a TV show standpoint, it is a blank canvas of like pulling Disney characters in, and the hard part is that like if you're a general fan of like Disney IP, it is fun to go through the series, but it's also like when you hit like different parts where it's like even I remember like in the first game, like it was like I hit the Toy Story part and it was like, this is okay, but like I'm not that interested in like playing through Toy Story, right?
Yeah,
like,
I get you.
Like it's not. So it's going to be a weird thing, I think, where it's like some episodes will hit for certain people, but then other episodes will be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I don't care about this world that they've gone into, right? So
yeah, that makes sense. Well, listen, you could talk about Kingdom Hearts forever.
I know
so.
Kingdom Hearts is very much a rabbit hole, and yeah. Be warned if you're going to go watch the show. Like it's cool, but I'm expecting it'll be a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Right. Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and do our ad, and then we'll talk about a couple other things. And I know we really haven't talked all that much park stuff because we've been talking D23 still. So I have a couple things, not a lot though. Is that they kind of let a lot go with D23. So we got some other stuff, but some interesting things I think. The sponsor of this episode is DVC Rental Store. The DVC Rental Store, a keyholder vacations company, offers magical vacations at incredible value. Save up to 60% off retail rates at premium Disney resorts. DVC Rental Store now includes deposits as low as 25% at the time of booking and a built-in cancellation policy for every reservation. And as always, DVC Rental Store pays out the most to members looking to rent their points. Want to learn more? Go to dvcrentalstore.com/welcomehome or call 1-855-DVC-RENT. That's 1-855-382-7368. And when you speak to them, be sure to let them know that Welcome Home sent you. Just so you know, too, I actually used them fairly recently, and actually the first reservation that I had canceled, and the cancellation policy kicked in, and I got a new reservation. So
nice.
They're really good about this for for renting your points or renting points from somebody else. So
yeah.
So Trevor, they've been kind of like releasing new Halloween merch, week by week, seemingly. So
but there is a whole whack of new stuff here that they just dropped.
Because we're a couple weeks behind, right? So I don't want to talk about all of it because we're already at an hour here and we got other stuff to talk about. But
there's some cool stuff in here.
There is 100% like some really cool stuff. So they did a whole collection inspired by the Skeleton Dance, which if you haven't watched the Skeleton Dance, it's one of the oldest Walt Disney Studios shorts that exists. It is on Disney Plus and they restored it, but it is iconic,
Yes. I mean, you've probably seen it it's been used in memes and all, it's been a thing for years now. But this merch that they've done, these jacket, or I guess it's a pullover and a jacket.
It looks also fuzzy too. It looks like it's a little fuzzy.
Yeah, it's got like an interesting, like almost knitted texture to it.
Almost like a sweatery kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I love this.
It's kind of great, yeah.
Yeah, and do you know what I actually love about it? They didn't try to force any color onto it.
No, it's all black and white.
Yeah.
Mickey's on the front of it looking kind of scared, and then the skeletons are on the back. And it says Silly Symphony Skeleton Dance, and it's got the skeletons on it. It just looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this. And then like in the same vein, they've done a blanket or a throw blanket and a pillow, it looks like, with the skeleton posed on the
tombstone. Yeah.
Like this is the kind of merch I love to find.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going in the fall and it's like, oh, that's cool. Like I would buy it and bring it home, and it's almost in that area of like too cool to use it.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to use it because I don't want to wreck it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm just looking at. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, like, oh man, these are so cool.
Yeah, I'm just even looking at this coin purse that they have, and I'm like, I know like 10 people that would rock this coin purse. 10 women that would rock that. I mean, it's especially during Halloween time. It's very, very cool.
Oh, and this is a tote. The one that has like the film.
Oh yeah, it's a tote. Yeah.
Like
different like frames essentially.
Yeah. It's like film frames
like film strip,
from the Silly Symphony stuff. It looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like that is such a great idea. I wish, like, I'm glad somebody clued into like this is the kind of stuff you should put on a bag.
Yeah,
because like it's great. Like it's Halloween enough, but it's also like it just looks nice. Like without like, I don't know. So, sometimes I feel like the Disney tries too hard to like put like, Halloween 2026 or something somewhere on this, and they're just letting this stuff like speak for itself.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. This is cool.
Yeah,
this is good stuff.
This is
really, really neat.
And then, is this a desk lamp?
I think
skeleton?
It's just a decorative item. Yeah.
Oh, it's just a light up figure. Okay.
Yeah, a light up figure.
Yeah. You could use it as a desk lamp though. It looks
pretty bright.
Yeah. Looks cool.
By the way, this stuff is available on the Disney Store on August 31st. So if you're listening to us now, not available. If you're listening to us right as we came out, not available yet, but will be available August 31st. Is this only, or no, they say it's coming to DisneyStore.com. Are they going to sell this in the parks? Doesn't say parks, but they might be.
No, sorry. It says launching August 31st on DisneyStore.com with select items now available in Disney parks.
Okay, so they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So some of the items are available in the parks.
I did not see them when I was there a couple weeks ago, and we looked at a lot of Halloween merch. So those are probably things that are coming out now.
Yeah.
They also could have just been in different stores, but typically if I don't see them in Creation Shop or Emporium, I assume that they're nowhere else. So,
that's fair.
Because I looked at all the shirts in Emporium and everything, but I didn't see anything I wanted. So
I do miss the days of like, Emporium and Creation Shop are great because you can kind of get a good lay of like what is available throughout Disney property. But I do miss the days of like, you had to go to like Memento Mori specifically for Haunted Mansion. Like there is still Haunted Mansion stuff there, but it's like you can find it elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I thought you were going to say you miss Mouse Gear.
Mouse Gears was also a vibe too. Yeah, I kind of missed that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was a different thing. Yeah.
I miss just like having to, or I mean, I also get like the double edge of like, missing something because it's like, oh, I didn't go to like this particular shop in this particular park, right? Like, I get there trying to make, stuff commonly available so people aren't like hunting for it. But I also miss the discovery of like finding something this, right?
There's still stuff like that. There's still stuff you can't find at the Emporium and Creation Shop, There's also this Hocus Pocus line too. None of this is really doing anything for me because I don't really care about Hocus Pocus, but there's some cool stuff in there.
I like it just from a design standpoint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the blanket is very well done. Like it's regardless of whether you like the show, I think the art design of this is very, very nice. Like it's what is it? It reminds me of like really old, like turn of the century art, right? Like it's
I agree.
That's something you would find like on the boardwalk, right? Like I like that. I don't even know what the style is. I don't know how to describe it, but it
feels very I Dream of Jeannie.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It's
to throw a really old reference out there.
I like it. And then you have how do you pronounce this? Is it Roosevelt's?
I've always wondered that. I assume that's what it is, but
RSVLTS is it? So it's a company that makes like button-down shirts. Yeah. And they've got some cool ones here.
I love this Ernesto de la Cruz one. Like both the t-shirt and the button-down shirt are both great.
The button-down is fantastic. Like actually, yeah, you're right. The shirt too. It is giving that like Grateful Dead.
Yeah. It looks like a real. It looks like a real concert poster. Like on a shirt.
But the back on that button down, oh man,
yeah, that's awesome.
Like, that is so cool.
Yeah, it's basically, it says Ernesto de la Cruz and it says Sunrise Spectacular and it says One Night Only Live in the Land of the Dead, and it's just very intricate and very cool.
It's like a marquee poster on the back of the shirt, right? Like it's But I like the way they did it. I like the way that they like the color palette choice and everything, that it's like it's not like overly like bright or anything, like it just works with the pattern of the shirt and everything.
It does. It works perfectly with the pattern of the shirt. There's also further down here there's a shirt that's basically just all of the Pixar villains on like little pictures, just like a collage of pictures on the shirt.
Who's the guy with the
I was wondering the same thing, Trevor. I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know who that is.
I know who that is. That's the girl from Nemo. Who is that guy?
Is he from like Luca or one of those movies?
Maybe he's from Luca.
Yeah. Not sure. There's also, though, just moving on, there's other shirts.
Yeah. He's from Luca.
Okay. Yeah. There's also a why am I blanking on the name of the Buzz Lightyear's Zurg, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is Zurg shirt, which is pretty interesting. Very much 80s arcade vibes going on that shirt.
This looks like the floor of an 80s arcade, which I know you would enjoy that. I would enjoy that too, but I see where that's going.
I like the Syndrome shirt. Yeah, that's pretty neat that they have that.
The Zurg still wins over the Syndrome. Like putting them side by side, like the Zurg shirt
wins.
Just looks better.
Yeah, Zurg wins for that one, but the Syndrome shirt's cool too. Then there's an Ernesto de la Cruz one that they're showing on a kid, so I don't know if it's for if they have an adult version of it too.
I assume there is. I assume all of these have kids in adult sizes.
The one this woman is wearing, I cannot tell what this is. Is it Sid? Is that what they're doing there?
I think.
Like, maybe. I feel like I need to zoom my browser in just to see what that is.
It's so dark.
It is, right?
It's like dark gray. I wonder if it's supposed to be like drawing on a blackboard kind of thing. Yeah.
I can't see what I see.
Oh, the big one.
No,
okay,
it's Sid. It's Sid.
It is Sid. Yeah, because of the firework. Yeah.
Yeah. We both saw it at the same time.
Yeah.
There's a what's his face?
From Cars.
From Cars. Chick Hicks or whatever his name is, right?
Yeah. The bad racer in the first movie, the guy who ultimately lost, even though he won.
Exactly. And what is that last one?
Last one is Randall from Monsters Inc.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just can't. It's just hard to see. Okay, I see it now.
It's because he's like curved around in different positions and stuff. It's very like I can see where you could almost think it's like Ursula or something, but it's Randall.
Okay. Well, these are cool. I like a lot of these. I don't know if I'd buy any, but they're definitely cool.
I mean, I feel you would buy the Zerg one for sure.
The Zerg one is pretty cool. No, the Zerg one is cool.
But yeah, I mean, all these are cool designs. I actually like the Randall one, to be honest.
Yeah, the Randall one's pretty cool.
I like the design of it. Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we talk some park stuff, Trevor?
All right. You mean? Well, we have been talking park stuff. But
we talked 5 hours of park stuff last week.
Yeah.
This is actually brilliant, I think. So one of the things I saw a lot, Trevor, when I was at Disney a couple weeks ago, were these solar trash cans that they're putting everywhere, which I'm fine with, right?
Yeah.
I think it's not a bad thing. People complain all the time about the things getting, overfilled. They're solar trash cans because they have a compactor in them, so like they don't have to empty them as much. Great. I think that's good. Yep. Right? And they're solar powered. Although I had to laugh because there were a shocking amount of them indoors. There were so many. There was one, we were getting a Ratatouille, and I'm like, why is one of the solar trash cans in here in the queue line? Like, what? Like,
so I feel like it's because they also have like a compactor aspect to them, and they can.
I get it, but like you don't have the solar part of it though, because you're inside.
They probably have a means of running them off of power.
I would assume maybe there's a battery.
So it's probably just it's a single design, and just put it wherever is fine. What I think it is.
That's fair. Okay, but one of the things people have been complaining about with these new trash cans, specifically at Epcot, is that the top of them is curved. Right. So I think
my food and wine table.
That's right. I think everyone here knows that the official table of food and wine is the top of trash cans, because in the past they've not had a lot of places for you to go and eat. So they got, they put in these new trash cans, but they're doing something new here where they're doing standing tables that they're attaching to railings. Like right by like the flower beds, and like they're like little tables with like a lip on them, and they just attach them right to the railings. I think this is brilliant.
Yeah, I think it's smart, but I think these are going to get a revision, because the biggest issue I see with this, I know that they put a block along the back to clearly stop people from like knocking stuff off into whatever flower bed these are sitting over. That's what I think is going to be the problem, is that this is, you're right, it's great because it keeps it off, it makes people like move out of the way to go and eat, so they're like that's standing off to the side. But people will always find ways to like knock you knock something over, you're not paying attention, and you're gonna end up with a bunch of food in these flower beds, which I don't know is great for the flower beds.
It's fair.
I can see them revising these to better catch whatever gets knocked off, and maybe like kind of redirect it back to the base of like onto the concrete, basically, so it can be cleaned easier. I do find it funny. I saw another picture of these, and I don't think I saw the sticker on it right away. I find it funny that this picture that you've got up here in the link, they have a no sitting sign on it, which is like,
because it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Which like, it's funny because it's like, we've solved one problem, but there's going to be, 3 more problems that pop up because of it. But I agree with you. This is very cool. This is a very smart way to handle this, is it gives, they don't want to put out dining space for people because food and wine is already busy enough, or, any of the festivals are busy enough. But this gives them a space to, eat the food that you just bought at
most festival. Of the food items are small, right? So you don't necessarily need to sit down to eat it, right? You kind of just need a quick spot to kind of eat it and then move on, right?
Yeah, long enough to stand and eat it, and put it down for a second, or put down the tray or whatever, and then like you said, you throw it out and move on. Like I said, I hope people treat these with the respect that they treated the trash cans, or better, because
you have more faith in humanity than I do, my friend.
I said hope for a reason.
Yeah.
Because one, somebody is going to try and sit on one of these, even though the sticker says not.
Oh, it's going to be constant. People are going to be sitting on these,
and I really hope that doesn't ruin this, because
it's gonna.
like one, that'll be a thing. 2, I hope that these don't, or I hope Disney is factoring in that, these will get messy. And, I'm not going to use this thing if it's like covered. I mean, the trash cans.
Yeah, the trash cans. People are used to eating off of trash cans. Yeah, so this is a step up for sure.
Yeah. I like it. I just wish that people would like respect what it is. my thing.
I do too, Trevor, but I feel like I can almost guarantee that 2 weeks from now we're going to see all sorts of articles on the blogs of these being broken because people have been sitting on them.
They look like, I mean, they've tried to do a triangle brace to reinforce them.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's enough. But I feel like they're going to have to do something a little more permanent to actually solve this.
Yeah, I get that. But I think this is a great idea, though. I think it's really smart, and I think it's good. I will say, Trevor, one of the things that was I thought was interesting, and I saw this on the internet before I left, but for some reason, people are having a hard time figuring out how to open these new trash cans.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen this on the internet, but I actually witnessed it in person. Somebody could not figure out how to open the trash can. I mean, I don't know, Trevor. There's literally a foot pedal that you just push and it opens, or you can just grab the lid and open it. It's not a difficult concept, but
wait, is it like a pull open lid?
You can pull it open, or you can step. There's like a little pedal that you can step on too.
But it's a pull. It's not a push thing.
Right? I don't know. I don't know which. I only use the foot pedal, so I don't know. But I don't know which way it goes. And I think some of them are a little bit different. Some of them have handle, like a full on handle on them, and some of them don't. But again, I mean, I think all of us have seen garbage cans that have a pedal on them. I mean, it's not a, it's not like just odd.
I mean, yeah, okay. I'm watching a video. Disney actually made a video like displaying this.
But why? Yeah, and why do we need to teach people how to use garbage cans?
Because they're showing it as like, hey, it's new and solar powered, and they showed like using like pushing your foot down to.
Yeah, they had to do that because people couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, or pulled it. Yeah, these are the same kind of trash cans that we have in the our national parks here because of bears.
Yeah.
So these make sense to me because I'm familiar with these because we have to have closable trash cans or else bears are a problem.
Yeah. Well, apparently they do a good job of keeping humans out too. So
it shouldn't be that hard. But I guess, I don't know. Yeah. But listen, to be fair, giving benefit of the doubt, we've had push open trash cans for decades.
That's fair,
right? So some people are used to the you just shove push it in and shove it open kind of thing. The action of like having to grab and pull it open may be foreign to some people. So
I don't know. I just don't. I have a hard time understanding why people get confused by this, but it's whatever. It is what it is.
That's also situational awareness.
Yeah,
like being able to observe your surroundings and understand what's going on. And if we all have lapses of that and whatnot. And it's not to say that everybody that doesn't know how to use a trash can is like unaware, but it's like. If you look at it for more than 2 seconds, you can figure it out. Because
I had to help somebody with the trash can. That's how I actually experienced this. Like the person could, it was like looking at it.
They were standing there looking at it, and you're
and I literally just went over and pushed the foot thing, and
they were like,
and they were like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Give it 6 months, and people will be more. It won't be as big of an issue. Like I said, I sincerely believe it's just a matter of people being used to the way it was for too long.
Yeah, I get it. But anyway, I like these tables. These are cool. I think it's smart, and it's a good thing to do for Fruit and Wine.
Like I said, my prediction is just there's going to be some kind of iteration on those table stands because of them being broken or something. Like I can see like we're going to get different versions of them over time.
I'm telling you, 2 weeks from now, the blogs are all going to be pictures of broken tables.
So somebody falling into a flower bed off.
Oh yeah, there's going to be that
things.
too. Yeah, 100% going to be that too. Yeah. This isn't really parks related, Trevor, but
because it's still about the parks.
I kind of love this though.
It is. I'm
not gonna lie.
I think these are fantastic.
Yeah. So Disney put out these phone wallpapers on Instagram of the Muppets put into different scenes from Disney attractions. The first one is Miss Piggy as the I don't even know if she has like a name, but it's on the People Mover.
Yeah, it's the lady getting her hair done on the People Mover. The
with
futuristic,
like the automatic thing on her head.
Yeah.
Which is kind of awesome.
Yep.
And then there's Kermit, Pepe, and Fozzie. That's Pirates of the Caribbean, I assume, right?
Yep. That's where they're singing next to the
that's right.
Or as you're coming by singing, Pirate's Life for Me with the dog too. I love that they made a little cute version of the dog.
Yeah.
That sings along. The dog is actually my favorite part of that little troupe of singers because I just love how he barks along with them.
Yeah, he barks along. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got Dr. Teeth hanging out next to Sunny Eclipse, which is pretty cool.
That is a crazy pull that I didn't think about, but makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. I love the character of Sunny Eclipse only exists, just in that restaurant.
No, he has a cousin.
Who's his cousin?
In Tokyo.
Really?
There's I didn't know this. There is another. So his name is not Sunny Eclipse. It's hold on, I'll find this for you.
While you're doing that, though, the other one they have is Gonzo with the chickens in Small World, with Rizzo and the other rats on the Ferris wheel in Small World, and Gonzo's dressed up like a why am I blanking on what that's called, Trevor?
On what Gonzo is? It's I don't know what that's called either.
He's got the clogs on and like a dress, and he's got
Dutch,
it's like a Bo Peep kind of thing, but
Dutch like a shepherd kind of thing.
Yeah. So that's pretty funny too, actually.
So back to Sunny Eclipse. His cousin's name is Officer Zizix. And
okay, well that rolls right off the tongue.
4 Z's, 1 Y, 3 X's is his name.
Okay.
And he exists in Star Tours in Tokyo Disney.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, so Sunny is part of the Star Wars universe.
That's really kind of a weird thing to say, but okay.
But if the fact that his cousin is in Star Tours, right? Because that's Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
did I just blow your mind for that?
A little bit, yeah. He does. I mean, he does have a backstory. I mean, he's from the planet Zork, so he is kind of from space, right? So makes sense.
Which means the Muppets are also in the or if we go off of this if we go off of this mobile wallpaper and the fact that Dr. Teeth is playing with Sunny Eclipse, that means that the Muppets are part of the Star Wars universe.
I mean, we're doing, a lot of jumping here.
Yeah, I know. I know that's a bit of a reach because it's just a mobile wallpaper. But canonically,
these wallpapers are awesome, though.
Canonically,
cool.
yes.
Yeah. These wallpapers are very cool. I really like them.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't realize that. I was just reading on this. The dog in the Pirates of the Caribbean scene with Kermit and Fozzie and them, it's Miss Piggy's dog, Fufu.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yes.
But Miss Piggy's not there, so.
Well, because she's getting her hair done.
She's getting her hair did.
Yeah. Well, come on, keep up, Tom.
All right. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. If I were going to have any of these on my phone, I think I would go with the Sunny Eclipse one. That one is, although the colors on it are a little different than what colors I would usually have on my phone. But I like that one a lot as a reference.
I would actually take the Pirates one.
Pirates one is second. Yeah. Pirates one is definitely second. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's cool. All right.
Yeah. All right. We have some patent stuff to talk about.
I love patent talk. Yeah. I love patent talk. Patent talk's my favorite. So the first one here is, and this is kind of interesting because this is basically it seems like it's functionality for guests to be able to get recommendations based on their preferences for things.
Yeah, which sounds like an update to My Disney Experience is what this is going to.
Kind of seems like what it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, there's this whole thing. It says the system includes a hardware processor and a memory storing software code, user preferences database, including at least one of a version of a first user or preference of the first user. It's just a whole lot of.
I mean, wait.
What?
Why are they specifying? Okay.
Basically what it's saying though is different guests have different preferences and aversions, as well as individual and physical medical conditions. But there's limits to warning signs, audible warnings, and ride descriptions that make it difficult to know if a ride is for them. So it seems like you can do is you can say, I don't like dark, scary rides or sharp turns or drops. And you can specify that.
Phobias to certain things.
Yeah, confined spaces, flashing lights. Those are the examples they have on here. Mm-hmm. And then it won't recommend those things to you. Or, and it seemingly alert people too, based on probably their location. I'm assuming if you're trying to get on one of those rides that goes against your preference, it'll give you an alert, right?
Yeah, but by the way, this has a drop. You shouldn't be in this line kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, and I read, the intent behind this is, rides have warnings in front of them. Like there's all kinds of signs where warning, this has, flashing lights, sudden drops. You see it in like the pre-shows, all that kind of stuff. But just through the fact that there's, so many people, there's so much going on in just Disney as a whole, it's easy to miss these things. And also a lot of times, like even those warning signs don't have enough information, or they don't like touch on something that's like, the 90% of the ride is fine, but there's like this one thing that might throw you for a loop, or there's one, like one part of the ride that may not be covered in a general warning that, could affect somebody in a negative way. And so it sounds like what they're trying to do with this is build an actual like comprehensive database and tool that allows people to like better assess this stuff and make decisions. The one thing though that stuck out to me, because at the beginning there's a diagram that's talking about hardware processor and memory and everything, and I was like, this sounds like just a phone app. But the way that they're kind of implying this with there's a diagram of a person and it looks like a tablet or something. I'm wondering if maybe this is something where Disney is trying to, because they've talked about like trying to get people off of their phones or move away from like having people constantly on their phones. I'm wondering if maybe they're actually going back to building like their own in-house hardware or like a tool where it's like, if you like, and maybe this is like something that would like lead into like people who, like special needs and stuff, where it's like going into the park, they give you this thing and it's self-contained to the parks and it gives you all that information as you're moving through the parks, which I think is better than like there are external sources that try and do this. But I think the biggest problem is that those external sources are not 100% comprehensive to everything at Disney, right? People do lists of like, hey, these rides are not good for motion sickness or whatever, but having a contained in Disney version of this that, like you said, updates real time as you're moving around the park, could be beneficial.
It even says that they can do these alerts while you're on the ride. So, for example, like if you are, don't like drops, while you're on the ride, you could be warned that there's about to be a drop.
But then are you getting out of the don't get out of the ride, people?
No, see, I don't. I see. But the thing is, though, so yes, to your point, right? But there's also just like a lot of times people just fear the unknown, right? So like a lot of times,
like if just giving them like a few seconds warning that like this is coming, so you can brace for it.
It's almost like the difference between riding Space Mountain with the lights off as opposed to the lights on, right? Like a lot of people would ride Space Mountain if the lights were on, right? Because they can see where they're going, and it's less scary that way. You know what I mean? I
kind of
see
it that.
No, it is. No, it is. I prefer to be able to see where I'm going. I mean, that.
Yeah, but riding Space Mountain with the lights on, you get to see all the structure that you're going through, and I don't know that that's always better.
I get that. Yeah, I just mean, it's a little easier if you are someone who's a little, and it also mentions things like it can have intensity ratings from 1 to 10. Like it says, for the example, the presence of a single motionless spider on attraction may earn a score of 1 or 2, while the swarm of aggressively moving spiders gets an 8 or higher. And then some guests with arachnophobia may be willing to brave the lower scores while others might not. And some might appreciate a reminder during the attraction so they can close their eyes or look away or something like that. So it's like that kind of thing. It's interesting. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do it, but it's just an interesting idea,
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think I think it's interesting that Disney is trying to account for this in the best possible way, right? Like because I think part of their challenge, or a lot of things we don't see, is that the amount of people coming through the parks that have all kinds of different situations going on, like it's not even a matter of like, oh, like this person can't ride loud noises and all that kind of stuff, but it's like there are a lot of people that go through the parks and don't do anything because they're afraid of hitting that one thing, right? Which
exactly,
from Disney's point of view, that's actually really limiting. Like it's hurting them because they want people to go on these attractions. They want people to engage with these things. And if, people are not engaging because there's that, 9 times out of 10, it's fine, but that 1 time out of 10 is enough to dissuade them from doing the other 9. I see where this is beneficial to them to, help people better understand what it is without like giving away
ruining the ride.
Yeah, right. Like that's the other side of it, is like, you're not giving away the ride. You're preparing people, but you're not like, doing the ride for them, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think people being prepared actually helps a lot. Honestly, I do. I think if you know what you're walking into, it can help a lot for people that have phobias, especially.
Mm-hmm.
So, Trevor,
right.
The other
this last one, why did you put this on here? That's so mean.
Why? Because it has Chernobog on it? Yeah,
the very first picture is Chernobog, and you're teasing me with that. I don't like it.
I wasn't, but this is interesting because this is Disney's constantly kind of iterating on projection mapping, and lately they've really been doing a lot with real-time projection mapping, which is a little different than what they do with, say, like the castle, right? Like the castle is a stationary object, right? So they just project it onto that screen and that's it. Real-time projection mapping, kind of a newer thing where they're literally projecting onto a moving object. Much more difficult, right?
Yes. And this is next level of that, because this is incredibly difficult what they're trying to do here.
Yeah. So this patent is for real-time projection mapping on surfaces like smoke or fireworks residue. It looks like they can also use this too for like the water screens that they do. Mm-hmm. But this is it. Mostly this patent is about smoke, fog, mist, and low-lying clouds. Now, Trevor, this is interesting to me specifically because this was filed February 20th, 2025 in the throes of development of Villain's Land. And
yes,
you see Chernobog in the first picture there. Makes you think that this is something they developed for Villain's Land.
It feels very much like that, especially like the further down they have the 4 or the 3 different figures, like figure 4, 5, and 6, where it clearly shows like there's a fog machine of some sort that is generating fog, and then they're mapping onto the fog as it's coming out of the machine, which that to me feels like, maybe. We saw the preview of the mirror ride in Villain's Land, is and they talked about like, oh, there'll be like different villains and stuff. It's like this is maybe one element of that ride where, and again, I love that they're using Chernobog as imagining like someone saying they're summoning Chernobog, and
how cool would that be?
Him coming out of the smoke. Like there's a very big difference between like, oh, he's like being projected through the smoke, or it's like a screen thing. But like if it's like he's being formed out of the smoke,
that'd be cool. Yeah.
That feels very different, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, and they do a lot of water projection now, which is a lot more predictable, I feel like, right?
Because
water,
because it's flat. They're doing flat water screens, right? So it's really no different than like a screen projection. So,
smoke is different because smoke will, can be impacted by just like a little breeze or like, something like that. Where, so you kind of, if you want to do this on smoke or as they said, fog, mist, low-lying clouds, then you have to, you have to be able to do it in, this real-time projection and adjust the imagery, accordingly. They also have a picture too of Madame Leota being done this way. So, which I actually think would be so cool. Like, can you imagine if when you came into that room, like Madame Leota's not there, and then all of a sudden, like a poof of smoke happens, and then she's there? Like that would be cool, right?
Or having like the ball itself like fill with fog and like
that's
her
what I'm saying.
forming
like just
out
like
of it.
conjured right into the ball. Like how cool would that be?
Yeah, exactly. And I think the at first I was like, okay, well, like you said, my first thought when I saw this was, well, projecting onto like fog, it's like the same as the water projectors, where it's like, oh, just once you get enough of it there, you can project onto it. But the real complexity of this is they're not just like shooting through the fog, because like the funny thing is that you could say like, oh, I could do like a fog projection where you just like shine a light onto fog, but then anything behind it. So like this would work more so outside, is that it's like you could just shoot onto fog and it looks cool because the fog is picking up light, and then everything else past that, you're just not seeing it because it's going off into the distance. But inside of a building, if you're generating fog, you would end up with, you would see the projection on the fog, but then you would see the back wall where anything that missed the fog hits the back wall.
Yeah.
What they're actually trying to solve here is that they want to be able to project onto the fog without any light fall off onto other objects, which is, that's an insane thing to accomplish.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because they're doing that. I mean, like anybody that's ever seen smoke in their life, like, which is everyone, smoke just kind of moves as it moves, right? So like you're talking, they're doing this in real time and projecting and like doing all that processing in real time and
density of smoke. Like it's not just like figuring out the surface; it's figuring out, is it dense enough for what you need it to do, right? I
mean, even this other figure, they have like just like a cloud, and then all of a sudden there's an astronaut seemingly there. I mean, maybe they could use that for Spaceship Earth.
Ooh,
there's a lot of different things you can use this for. I mean, and then also the fireworks applications. I don't know about you, but I've hung around the fireworks before afterwards, and there's a lot of smoke usually. I mean, literally leaving Fantasmic the other day, there was so much smoke that like in the crowd even that you couldn't even like, it was a little hard to see because there was so much in the air,
Yeah, the interesting thing about that is that again, the fireworks residue is very unpredictable because it is swayed by which direction the wind is blowing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but if they can, I'm trying to figure out what they would even like project onto it.
I have no idea.
But maybe it's one of these things like as the show is running, they can like decide like, if there's enough smoke, it's like, oh, we can do like an extra layer, or like you can plus the fireworks that way, where it's like even though the fireworks are going off, you can have like additional, and I'm using air quotes, like fake fireworks going off in the smoke of the fireworks that are going off.
You could, yeah.
And it would like that's a very interesting thing.
Well, you could even just have like, I'm just thinking about watching like Happily Ever After, for example, where they have the projections go, kind of like up the castle, right?
Yeah.
Like what if they continued on beyond the castle into the smoke? You know what I mean? Like that makes it even more real,
Yeah, because they do something like that. There's the one part where Moana's grandmother, like the stingray like comes up, but then like they do it up the castle, but then they continue, or they time it so that the firework continues that past the castle. But they, like you said, they could actually like, instead of using the fireworks to gain that effect, they could do projection mapping.
Yeah, or like the up house, it goes all the way up there and then it kind of just stops at the top of the castle. But what if it could keep going? Like, that's kind of cool.
That is crazy. There are so many applications for this.
There is. Now, and
first of all, Chernobog.
Number one, Chernobog. I mean, listen, the idea of just like there's like we were talking about, like how cool would it be on Haunted Mansion if you came to the Madame Leota scene and it's just an empty ball, and then all of a sudden like a poof of smoke happens and then she appears. Like, that is a way cooler effect. Like, that makes it feel way more real. It's the same thing with Chernobog, Trevor, because like we, in Villain's Land, you could have that situation where, they're summoning Chernobog and then all of a sudden a poof of smoke happens and there he is. Like, that feels like a thing you could do with it.
Yeah, maybe not even necessarily inside of the ride either. Like, I'm thinking of it like, oh, that would be cool effect inside the ride, but like maybe they're like, I wouldn't be surprised if Disney's figuring out like a nighttime show for Villain's
there's
Land.
That too. Yeah.
Right? Like it feels like something that would make sense that they would like, because I know we already have like fireworks shows and everything, but it's like you could do a land specific show and use this kind of effect to great this kind of effect to great effect.
Yes. I knew you were trying to say that, but I was
what's the right word? But
we can't say effect again. Listen, as with any of these patents, Disney has an entire research division, or Disney Imagineering has an entire research division where all they do is they come up with stuff like this. And sometimes they bring them into the world. Sometimes they don't. So we don't really know, but it is a thing that they put out, and they just got this patent a couple days ago. So who knows?
I'm inclined to lean in with you on, like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that rears its head in Villain's Land, because again, just the way that they did the diagrams and everything, it's like, why
feels
are
like
you
that's always a hint.
Why you don't need to draw Chernobog in there.
No, you don't.
Like they could have, like, they did that. They were like, oh, here's an astronaut, here's Madame Leota. Why are you drawing Chernobog? Like, yeah,
exactly.
That doesn't need to be in a patent. I don't know.
Yep.
Because also, like, they showed the fireworks, and they could have drawn the castle, but they just showed like a generic block building in the diagram and showed like fireworks going off over top of it. It's like, you could have drawn the castle.
You could have done the castle, but then that gives people expectations.
You're teasing me with that. So stop making me ask that question.
All right, let's wrap it up, Trevor. We talked for a long time.
Yeah, we did, but that was fun.
That was a good time.
Yeah. All right. So, as usual, for anything we talked about on the show, or if you have questions, you want to submit your own trip reports or anything like that, you can always email us at welcomehomepodcast@gmail.com, or go through our website, welcomehomepodcast.co, and you can hit the contact us button and send us an email that way. We love hearing from you guys, and just, the general conversation that we have. You can also find us on social media. So we are on Facebook as Welcome Home Podcast. We're on YouTube as Welcome Home Podcast, and we're on Instagram as Welcome Home Pics. Make sure on Facebook you check out our group, Welcome Home Disney Waitlist, where we do talk about stuff from the show and just generally have good Disney conversations. Again, just love seeing people sharing their own trip reports on there, sharing what they're seeing at Disney and all of that, because we all have our own experiences with Disney, and I think it's great that we can continue to just have that put out there, and other people can celebrate it with you. So keep that kind of stuff coming. And if you want to help support the show, you can go to store.welcomehomepodcast.co and check out some of our merch there. And if there's something you'd like to see us add to the store, let us know. We can definitely look into adding more stuff into the store. And we also have a Patreon. If you want to check that out, it's patreon.com/welcomehomepod. And we have exclusive Patreon merch that you can only get there. And also all of our Patreon supporters get access to the Discord server, which, as we've talked about, we have more great discussions on there. There's lots of great talk about Again, people doing their own planning for Disney Cruise Lines, talking about stuff from D23, just, sometimes just random stuff too. And it's always fun. So, if you want to check us out, come have a look through Patreon and join the Discord. Last but not least, if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify or anywhere you can leave us a 5-star review, please do so, because it helps more people find the show. Just gets it out there to more people. You can also just hey, tell your friends as well. If somebody's looking for a podcast, just let them know that we're out there, because we would love for more people to listen to and experience the show.
Yeah, it's always good to get like referrals like that, right? That's where you get podcasts.
I have had a few of those, actually. I've had a few people say like, "Oh yeah, I told so and so to check out your show," and I was like, "That's very nice. I appreciate that."
Like, thank you, much appreciated.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do is subscribe to Welcome Home Podcast, so you can be reminded every time we release a new episode. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Spotify, YouTube Music, just about any podcast app that's out there. You can find us. Huge thank you to our sponsors, DVC Rental Store, for sponsoring this episode, and of course Keyholder Vacations for being a continued huge supporter of this show. Join us next time for more Disney Parks discussion, of course, more DVC talk. We hope to see you all real soon.
This is Skipper Albert Awol, the voice of the jungle, signing off from Welcome Home Podcast on the DVC. When we had a chair, how she can cuddle, it's no man's affair. I look around for all the home, found her in her sugar bowl. Hey, look out, here goes my